Hey guys, prepping this up. I decided I want to go ahead and I got all this in, but I was going to show you. I went ahead and dressed this with 50 grit and then 80'd up here and 80 down here. That way when I put my filler in, it has, you know, somewhere to go to, so I can feather the edge, because if not, you just run it into something like that, it'll just keep blowing away until you get to a decent grit. So you always want to go with your most aggressive grit and then gradually go down. That goes for all your body work. When you're blending panels and painting and doing stuff like that, you're always going to go, you know, whatever it is that you're using, and go up a grit, out until you blend out. But anyway, in this deal, we want it good too. So 50 grit is they recommend from 40 to 80 grit. I'm going 50 grit in here, and like I said, then I just come down here a little bit with the 80 grit. But I just wanted to show you this. Look how damaged that steel is. Now I didn't do that. I just ground away this coating, and you can see somebody's went to town with some kind of a pretty aggressive wheel. So yeah, all that's going to have to be filled. And I got to tell you, this stuff here that the guy that owns the car put on here, this stuff sticks like, I mean, it's Rust-Oleum, but it is hard as hell to get off here. I mean, it's just sand and sand and sand to get this stuff off. So I'm not too sure it's not as bad as I was thinking it was, but whatever they put in it, it grips for sure. But of course I'm going to take it all off and go with the real epoxy primer, because this is just, I don't believe this is epoxy. This is some other kind of primer. I'm not even sure what it is, to be honest with you. But anyway, something Home Depot sells, I think. But anyway, I wanted to show you that. I didn't do that. I just wanted to, and you can see the primer's still down in the gouges. That's why you can see them so well. So I'm going to have to clean all that out of there and get all that stuff out of there. But anyway, I'll clean all this up, and then I'm going to start spreading that all metal. I've not used this before, but I'm assuming it's just like any other filler, except for on this stuff here. You've got this, instead of having the hardener that's like a paste or whatever, this is a liquid. So you add drops, and according to this, per one golf ball you use 12 drops of this. So I've got to figure out how many golf balls I have here. So I'm going to say probably 3 or 4 golf balls, I'm not sure, but I'll start out, and when I start doing this, I'll probably take you along with me and show you how I'm going to do this. You really want to press this stuff in real good and tight on your first wipe, and then build up from there. Like I said, feather these edges out just like I did here. Get it thinner and thinner down here on, you know, down in this area. That way you're not having to sand so much when you're coming back over it. So anyway, yeah, I'll bring you back when I get all this cleaned up. I'm gonna clean it with waterborne wax and grease remover. Try to get all this crap out of these little pits and stuff, and then I'll start mixing me up some all metal. See you guys. All right, guys, I want to show you this one more time. And you can probably see the transition a little better now, what I was talking about before. Went back over this. After I 80 gritted this outer area, I went back into my area that I'm going to put the filler in and 50 gritted it. So you can kind of see the shiny versus the kind of dulls out into 80. So that's what I was kind of getting at there for the guys who are trying to learn some of this stuff. So yeah, I'll mix up my filler and get ready to start smashing it in there. So I'll bring you back when I get that going. All right, guys, here we go. This is the stuff. Go ahead and start pressing it in. A pretty good little glob here. So press it in real good. stuff in there real good. Press it down, press it down, press it down. We'll do this little edge in here too. The handle on a car is not flat. As a matter of fact, most of them aren't flat. Most of them are round, have a contour. So, one thing you want to do, what you can do, is take your piece of paper, and this is not what I was using, but take your paper and lay it down on your surface, and then take your block and press it down into that, okay? And see how it contours to that shape? And now you've got a block that you can use to contour to that shape. See what I'm saying? And always go in X pattern. You're probably thinking, man, he sanded all the damn stuff he put on there off. Yes, that's really the point. All you're wanting to do is leave just this little low spot. And remember where I said right in here, you got a little hot through here? Well, you're probably, and I can pull this up a little bit more, but that's probably where it got a little bit low. So, makes sense. This right here was low. It came in and it dented in real hard right there. That was the original roof line. Well, now it's filled in with that all metal. So, this is a lot like regular filler sanding in every way that I can see. And so you can see in here, there's some areas in here that I haven't even touched. Just went right over top of it because it's low in this channel a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll take another wipe. I'm going to wipe this area here because I think it's still a little low because I've got a high spot right here. Hopefully you can see that. But let me see if I got, I don't know if that's not going to really do what I needed to do. But basically, that's still a low spot. So I'm going to wipe that again and come across here with just another tight wipe. I'm not going to come all the way up here because I'm going to wipe over this all with regular Rage filler after I'm done doing this. So then I'll have it all nice and smooth, and then I'll probably go over that with some putty coat. But that's later on down the line. I just wanted to get this scene into this stuff here. I could really just walk away right now. But I'm going to go ahead and wipe it again and get it just close as I can get it. And then I'll get back on to welding and doing some other stuff. I just wanted to get these, and I'll probably do the other side too. I just want to get these in there all metal. So also when you're going to wipe this again, take you a little bit of sandpaper in these areas that you don't hit, that's low, and kind of knock those down, rough them up a little bit so it gives the new filler a tooth. So just a little bit of what I learned. And what I'm learning as I go. Like I said, you get one of these hard blocks and you start just sanding this flat, you're going to have a bunch of waves because you just want to go with your contour and roll the blocks. But the good thing is now they're making these soft blocks. They're flexible like this, so they actually flex with the contour, and they're awesome. I mean, matter of fact, I'm probably going to buy me some of those flex blocks. They're pretty expensive, but I'll probably buy some because I really like the way they flex as opposed to trying to contour this down and get it, you know. So, hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but that's my 2 cents on it. Like I said, I'm going to just do another tight wipe through here. Go ahead and block it back down because I want it just a little bit low because I'm going to have a little bit of regular filler in here. And, you know, this is just to seal that basically and waterproof this seam. So I pretty much got that. That's where it needs to be. So the rest I'll just use regular filler over top of that to do that. Now, here's another thing. When I run that second coat of filler back over here and sand it down, it's going to look a lot like this when I'm done. I'm going to epoxy directly over that, okay? And then I'll put my other filler over top of that epoxy because the epoxy likes to stick, from what I understand, likes to stick to the filler likes to stick to the epoxy really well. And also it'll show me when I epoxy over this, it'll show me my low spots, so as I'm using my filler I can come back over. Alright guys, I hope that's helping. Hey guys, second coat. This area here. And it's still soft, but I'll let that tack up the same way. my 36, kind of shape it up a little bit and go on to 180. Since I'm done with 180, I'll probably just, or 80, I'll probably just leave it like that. And so that'll be it. Just like I said, kind of shape it up a little bit. I had a razor blade somewhere. Here it is. I'm going to take the razor blade and get these little edges off. I see it's starting to kick already. Yeah, if you got a little bit of overlap, you can take a razor blade and kind of knock the edge off of it. Yeah, it's still a little too tacky yet to start 36 grit, but and really, I really wouldn't even have to 36 grit it, but I could probably just 80 grit it, be fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and just knock this high stuff off, and then I'll take me a DA. I've got 80 grit on a DA, and I buzz off the edges here down below, and then start sanding, block it out. All right, guys, we'll see you guys. I worked on this a little bit last night, finished up. I don't remember, I probably stopped working on around 5 because my nurse ended up leaving for the day, and my wife's at a meeting in another state, so I'm watching my little girl. But let's kind of give you a heads up on what I got. You know, I was just trying to fill in this area here, had a little bit of low here, and these little areas here were low probably from welding. Getting a little too hot right in here, so it probably creased down a little bit. That's not perfect. Actually, I want it a little low, just a little, and it actually is pretty damn close. I could probably go ahead and sand. I still feel a little bit right through here that probably needs to be worked a little bit. But yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna epoxy over all this, seal that up, and then I'll put my filler over my epoxy. So I'll probably just leave this the way it is. Had a high spot here, went ahead and tapped that down. You can see where I used my little, basically little hammer here. Just tap that down a little bit. You can also use, got my little machine over there that's got the shrinker on it. You can shrink that. This area in here where it transitions, and that's that channel, it's a little high right here, but like I said, once I put my other filler over top of it, it'll be fine. One thing I was noticing as I was looking at the car, maybe you guys can see this. Look at this line, this body line that comes down. And I don't know that I ever really noticed this before on the Camaro, but if I'm holding this right, you see the shiny edge comes down here, and then it slowly kind of just fades away through here. But you can still kind of see right through here, the way the light's hitting it, the shadow. It's almost like that body line wants to come down through here. So it's something I need to be aware of when I'm blocking my stuff, because I've got a couple of different planes here. I've got this plane here, and then I've got this plane here. Okay, so you can see that, like I said, that body line there. So I don't want to make this to where it just goes away, because that's actual. If I'm looking at that right, it looks like a body line. So I need to sand up this way, okay? And then when I start the roof, come back down this way, and then roll my transition over real smooth here to where I still have this body line. Anyway, something I was thinking about when I was looking at that, because like I said, I got back here and I was like, I don't know that I ever noticed that too much before. But same on this side, and I actually drew a line with my glove and ran it down through. You can kind of see that dirty line, and it kind of wants to come all the way down. This is nice and round, but again, it follows that. So something I don't think I ever really paid that much attention to on the car till I started doing body work on it. So I don't know, something to think about when you're doing your car. Kind of make sure you look at all those lines and how your body lines go, because like I said, you don't want to just round that off. You know, put a bunch of filler in there and round it off, because that's what they did to my car. And you know, I probably would have never noticed that if I hadn't actually done this, what I'm doing now. But yeah. All right, guys, I just want to give you a little update on that. I've kind of hacked this video up a little bit because I had it and it was so long. I think it's going to be 45 minutes long or more, and I'm trying to get away from that. So if you guys have any questions about anything I did or whatever, just feel free to comment below. If there's anything you'd like to see, just give me a heads up. And because I still have to do this one over here, so if there's any part of that you want to watch or see or whatever, just let me know and I'll try to include it in the next video when I do this side. So all right, you guys have a good one. See ya.